On 5th March 2013, Maxis and EA, after 10 years of long wait, releases the latest installment in the SimCity franchise. But unfortunately, the launch doesn't go as planned. Players face endless connection issues stemming from the game mandatory online requirements. The team seemingly misjudged the fan base for the game, leading to server overload and hour-long waits just to create a single-player world. Amazon even halts sales due to the rampant problems with the game, and players understandably are disappointed and many abandon the game. But hope emerges from the ashes. Just 2 years later, on 10th March 2015, Colossal Order releases Cities Skylines. This new city builder explodes in popularity, selling 250,000 copies in the first 24 hours, 500,000 copies within a week, and a staggering 1 million within a month. While lacking some of the SimCity features, Cities Skylines grant players unparalleled freedom and control, allowing them to craft truly magnificent metropolises. As the game became more popular, its community grew, many DLCs were released to add new content, and modders made creative changes to the game. By June 2022, the game reaches a monumental milestone of selling 12 million copies across all platforms. Fast forward 7 years and 7 months after Cities Skylines release, on 6th March 2023, Paradox Interactive, the game publishers, announces the much anticipated sequel, Cities Skylines 2. Hype reaches a fever pitch. Devlog showcases dazzling new features, fueling players' excitement. Content creators envision thriving channels exciting to share their love for the game. On 24th October 2023, Cities Skyline 2 launches. Players' expectation fueled by marketing and anticipation soar through the stratosphere. Unfortunately, history seems to repeat itself, though this time with a different protagonist. Instead of SimCity, Cities Skyline 2 stumbles. Many PCs struggle to run the game, and even those fortunate enough to experience it find it lacking in features. The gameplay quickly feels repetitive, failing to deliver the depth and excitement players crave, elements that made the original stand out. Hello everyone, Phantom here and welcome. In this video, I will talk about what went wrong with Cities Skylines 2. Here are a few things that I believe went wrong with Cities Skylines 2 launches, some of the major things that are not up to the standards that Cities Skylines 1 has set and that people were expecting. This is not an exhaustive list, but it highlights some of the major shortcomings that prevent the game from living up to Cities Skylines' legacy. Let me know if I have missed anything important, and also let me know what do you think about Cities Skyline 2 in the comment section below. Now, when people were complaining about Cities Skyline 1 performance, it was often said that the game was actually built in the old version of Unity, which is a game engine that they were using, and improving the performance would require adjustment to the whole code base, which does not make any sense for them, and it was often hinted that Cities Skyline 2 would be better in terms of performance, but that is not the case. Most of the people cannot even play the game on their PCs. Players even plan to custom build PCs just for Cities Skyline 2, but looking at the hardware requirement, people are now rethinking their builds for future. So performance is one of the most and major issue with the game in the current state, and I hope that they are going to fix it in the future. Second thing is expectation, and expectations from both sides, from the team side and from the players and community. We can discuss it in two parts. Number one is the team's expectation. Cities Skyline 1 got success because Cities Skyline 1 was a very good game and people were actually spending a lot of time on it. The content in Cities Skyline 1 was enough for people to enjoy the game in their fullest, and the new DLCs that they were releasing were actually new content they were adding to the game, and people were actually excited about buying those DLCs. What they are doing with this game is completely incorrect, and they are taking a very wrong approach at this. Basically, they are ignoring the core mechanics of the game, and they are expected that they are going to release DLCs, milk the players for money, and people are going to buy all of the DLCs just to get a functionality that they deserve in the core game, which is actually concerning, because if people do not enjoy the game, they are not going to buy any DLCs for it anyway, and most of the people will even ignore buying the game in the first place. What I believe is that they should include all of the features and enhancement in the core game instead of relying on DLCs, because DLCs are very good for adding content to the game and making improvements, but DLCs are not there to correct your game and the basic functionalities and mechanics. I hope that they are going to reconsider the situation here about the DLCs and what they expect. So they're actually behaving like indie developers, where they release their game with minimum functionality and then in the future they release other features to improve the game. That is not a good idea for Cities Skylines 2, because one, the Colossal Order is a good company and they have already established audience and everything, and they should release the game with all of the core functionality completed and the simulation should be corrected. From the other side and from the player side, there are expectations that were not met with this game. People were actually expecting a lot of things to be included in Cities Skylines 2 that were not part of Cities Skylines 1. People were expecting a lot of improvement, and at the same time they were also expecting a lot of quality of life things to be added to the game. Most scenarios, some of the features in Cities Skylines were available through mods. People were expecting those to be in-game things in Cities Skylines 2, but they even missed a lot of things in Cities Skylines 2. The thing here is that Cities Skylines 1 has set some standard. Whenever a game is released and it's a good game, it actually sets some expectations for others. So whenever someone is going to release a game, people are ultimately going to compare it with Cities Skylines 1, and people would expect that this new game will bring more things than Cities Skylines 1. Another expectation that we need to discuss is the content creator expectations, and I say this because there are people who are making living out of this game. There are so many big content creators that are solely focused on Cities Skylines 1, and they were expecting a lot of growth on their channel, and some people even created channel just for Cities Skylines. So content creators are now forced to rethink and consider some other games. This also affects the Cities Skylines 1 as well. Now that the second game is available in the sequel, people really do not consider the first game. I know that some people are reconsidering and launching Cities Skylines 1 once again, but most people are now even ignoring the whole franchise overall. People are also not watching any content for it. I am personally included in this category, where I have spent a lot of my time on YouTube just watching content. So there will be two videos that I am planning to release on this subject, and the first one will be about the success of Cities Skylines 1, and the second one would be about how to save the game in their current situation. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you stay tuned for those videos. Let me know in the comment section below what do you think and whether you agree or disagree with my point. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.